Let's get back to it. Jim Schwartz, first impression of his defensive guys playing with the starters. Obviously, they played the first game without most of these starters.
I got nothing. The starters didn't even play a full series.
No. But I want to hear from G on this because he has studied the hell out of
You love it.
Jim Schwartz's career, philosophy, background, and you're our defensive guru. So what did you make of it? Break out the Kool-Aid, by the way.
Let me hold on. Kool-Aid break in the chat. Cheers.
Hey,
Cheers. Hey, Kool-Aid, man. Hey, I'm going to tell you this.
Gee, I feel like you need to bust through a door right now.
Like that brick, our brick logo, with that brick right there behind you would be perfect.
Nah, man, I'm still trying to get that workman's comp.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that. But here's the thing. I told McNuggets was listening to me on the barbershop. I said this on the barbershop. One of the biggest things I hate in my life is I hate when you go to somebody's cookout, right? And they tell you, G. Bush, man, I got something ready for you. I'm like, okay, what we eating? Man, I got the dogs, the brats, the hot dogs, all that. The steaks is on there. But I got these chicken breasts. I'm going to tell you what I can't tell you what I do, but I marinated it 62 hours. I infused it with some lime juice in a braised skillet. And on top of that, I buried it in my backyard under some leaves, put it underneath there, dug it back up. And then I left it out on the countertop and put foil on it. Then after I put the foil on it, I threw it back in the refrigerator. Now it's on the grill, and now it's going to be ready. I said, when we eating at 6 o'clock. You told me to come at 2, and you done marinated this chicken for 48 hours. What's going on with that? It don't take all that time to be marinating chicken. Y'all think y'all be doing, your chicken was still dry. You marinated it for 6, it was dry as hell, and it was brittle. It was terrible. And I had to act like it was good because you let me borrow $50 last week. So I got to act like the chicken was dope. I say that to say this. People say, G. Bush, what does the story got to do with the doggone situation with Schwartz? You see, sometimes,
it's making us wait.
Sometimes you don't need no marinade. You don't need a long sample size to tell if something's good or not. Some people just put the chicken right on the grill. It'd be done in 15 minutes, and you eat it and be like, damn, that was good. I didn't even have to marinate nothing. See, Jim Schwartz's defense don't need 72 hours and 45 games in the preseason to see if it's good or not. I saw what it was in 1 or 2 series. Look at the wreckage they caused. You got a safety. You got the guy, Maurice Hurst had a half a sack. JOK came shooting out the backfield, tackling somebody. We ain't seen that play never. Hey, Obo, the number 18 guy on our 19 on our famous. He heard.
I wonder what Bull's reaction was on that play.
First play, why break that down for us?
I'll tell you, man. You make a sack in the preseason against the great Sam Howell, I got to move you up that list.
Woo!
Number 17.
I tell you what.
Earl just moved him up to 12.
Bull, I did think of you right away.
There it is. Look at spot shadowing. He's all Bo.
Oh, who's defending him?
Who's spot shadowing? Let me see.
A ghost.
Yeah.
Listen,
Tagboard froze.
Tagboard sucks.
Tagboard always
Tagboard
frozen.
I hate Tagboard.
Tagboard does suck, bro.
But
I hate
I
Tagboard.
will say this. The thing I like the most is I know that Jim Schwartz is the head coach of the defense because when Stefanski took the offensive guys out, Jim Schwartz was like, oh, no. Y'all ain't did nothing.
Wait, but the starters were out on that first drive. Some of them were.
Hey,
Some.
Yeah.
But he said, come and get your ass.
But he left some of them out there.
Get your ass back out here. We didn't see enough from you. And by the way,
Did you see his reaction when they gave up the touchdown?
Oh, it was hot.
Every other word was F.
Hot.
Good.
And it wasn't funny.
They need it on this team.
He was going around checking
loved
people.
it.
He was like, hey, who's that guy back here with one of them hats on?
Yeah.
Take that damn hat off, too. you ain't a quarterback or a kicker. Hey, what's up, Miles Garrett?
Well,
keep your hat on.
Yeah. Stefanski whispers. Joe Woods whispered, you need the other coach to be a badass.
I loved it.
And that's what he is.
McNuggets
The defense, I thought the starters, little we saw of them, looked absolutely good.
I aside from the individual personnel, I was looking more at scheme and approach and philosophy.
Yeah.
And I know I'm not going to, drink Kool-Aid on this, but I will say it was decidedly more aggressive than anything I saw under Joe Woods.
Yeah.
Ever. And
now, you're playing against a non-quarterback.
Yeah, right. I get that. But
I love the aggressiveness.
To me, it's a nice appetizer for what I think we're going to get once the regular season comes, which is going to be aggression. We're not just going to come with 4. We're going to have fresh legs on the field at all times.
Right.
I want to ask you guys something completely off topic. Sorry, McNuggets, but Corey and I, we fell on this conversation yesterday on the golf course.
Yeah.
It is widely regarded in the NFL that you have 5 offensive linemen, and that's it.
Right.
But as we have seen rotational defensive fronts become the thing, and combinations, and 3rd and 7, we're going to put this package in. Why is it we don't do that with the offensive line? Why don't we rotate those guys to keep their legs fresh? I think we should too.
To some degree, right? And
I know the chemistry thing is big with the offensive line.
But that's a big part of it. But isn't the chemistry on the defensive line important too?
I think situational defense takes precedent over chemistry.
Yeah, I do.
But I don't know why on 3rd and 17. I know you bring in a tight end.
That's a good idea.
But I think we're going to see the game change moving forward because all defensive coordinators now are saying, hey, 4 is good, 8 is better,
right?
And they're fresh.
I will
say, the offensive lineman by the 4th quarter, he's played 70 snaps while the defensive line has played 35.
Yeah, well, a guy like Myles Garrett's obviously playing a lot more.
No, I know.
But still, there are guys who are fresh.
And guess what? There will be some offensive linemen that you will not take off the field.
That's right. But one thing I'll say is part of the reason they don't, the defensive linemen are running more, right?
Sure.
The offensive linemen are trying to stop them, the defense. But if you look, now that we have so much information and the teams have so much information about this guy versus the run
block,
yeah,
pass block.
If you have a guard
who's a run block specialist,
right?
Why
but
is he
he's
in
not
there
good
on
against
3rd and
the
17?
pass.
Why is he in there on 3rd and 17?
So then
get his ass out.
Now
put somebody
the
in there.
problem is if you're switching them all the time, the defense is going to know what you're going to do.
Perhaps, but they're going to know what you're going to do on 3rd and 17 anyhow.
True.
There's no mystery to that.
Right, that's fair.
If I got DeJuan Jones, he is my short yardage tackle.
He's the guy that precipitated the conversation.
And we have a full segment, by the way, on DeJuan and Luke Whippler tomorrow and the offensive line depth. We had to save one thing from the game for
the Browns
so
seem to have decent offensive line depth, which they need because they have a lot of injury-prone offensive linemen.
I know they do, but we do have good depth. But I think that, you know what, if the defense is shuttling their guys in and out and keeping everybody fresh, I don't know why we haven't seen anyone do that yet with the offensive line, but I think it's coming.
And here's what's going to happen. Get ready for this. They tried to hide this from me. I've been looking at you. I understand. I found some stuff on the internet. They're going to put when the season comes, get ready for these tackles in 1-6 single back, 2 tight ends, shotgun plays. They're going to have 2 of those tight ends be tackles. DeJuan Jones is going to come in as a tight end, and he's going to cave the whole entire front side back. And
look at the advantage that you get with that.
Yeah, sure.
And you're going to have Chubb running the ball, and on the backside, you still can keep another tackle on the backside and run read option. And guess what? On the backside, it's going to run just like a power play. I could give it to Chubb, or Deshaun Watson could keep it on the goal line. It's devastating. You don't even need tight ends down there. You don't need them.
That's true.
Hey, two things real quick on the defensive line, DeJuan Jones. I bet you Jones catches a touchdown pass this year.
You think?
I do think he catches a touchdown pass.
I would love that.
He played basketball.
Fat guy touchdown.
Get ready for the jump pass right now. I'm telling you, week 3.
What should his celebration be?
It's going to be Nick Chubb throwing the touchdown to him, by the way.
No.
Nick Chubb, direct snap to the halfback.
Damn, that's
jump past to
and it's going to
Jones.
come on 3rd and 11 in week 4 with 2:17 to go in the 3rd quarter.
I would like to see
from their own red zone. Jones is running 80 yards untouched down
with Baker Mayfield calling the game for CBS.
But in all seriousness, this is a real question. I am serious about Jones catch touchdown, but this is back to the defense real quick.
Very likely.
How long has Tommy Togiai been a member of the Browns?
3. Is this his
3 years?
3rd year?
Yeah.
Yeah, 3rd year.
Were you guys aware? Because I learned on Friday night. He wears jersey number 69.
Lunch.
I don't think I remember ever watching him make a single play before the sack on
Tommy
Friday
Togiai
night.
don't wear 69.
Yes, he does.
He wear 93, don't he?
Maybe they switched.
He might have changed it before this year, which is why you don't remember him ever making
You
a
can
play.
take it full here, Steve. We got it. He's wearing 69 in the game. Maybe that's why it confused me.
Yeah.
But I looked at it. I was like, who the hell's 69? It was Togiai, and I was like, well, that's the first time
No,
in
that
a
guy-
year
You
and a
didn't
half
wear
of
that
watching
last
football.
year. I don't think that was his number last year.
No, that's Jeremiah Martin. Tommy Togiai. That's Jeremiah Martin.
That's Jeremiah Martin. That ain't Tommy Togiai.
Tommy Togiai's right there. Taking
93.
That's a terrible job.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Mike.
know what? That's where I got confused.
Plus, look how tall he is. Togiai isn't that tall.
Well, hey, do you know what is another indictment of that? That I wasn't sure what number he was, regardless of the fact.
Well, that
he
I
was
can
in a
understand.
play.
How did you think Jerome Martin was Togiai? He's black. Togiai's not black.
They were both in on the sack.
Now you know what it feels like when you get pulled over being black. I don't even fit that description. You have a short Italian man.
That's hand up my
Pull
bad.
him over.
My bad. My bad.
What?
I didn't know he was number 93 either, if that makes it feel any better. 69, 93, I had no idea what number he was.
Listen, it's easy to not know what number the guy is, but he has,
he
I had no
has
idea
not
what
made
number he
plays.
was.
You are.
he's on
the
a
bottom
milk,
line
he's
is
on,
that
he's
is
on the
you're
side of
correct.
a milk carton.